when you start following God and believing in God, you automatically are set in boundaries. Now, when you're set in boundaries, when you come across that boundary that God has given you, when you go across it, that's called trespassing. But since it's in law form, we call it transgressing. So when you go across that boundary, you have transgressed. When you transgress, now that causes the sin. So the transgression is the thing that you do to go that far across. But actually, why it's also being called transgress, which is worse than saying the person's actually sinning, the difference between the sin and the transgression is if a person sins these sins and says, I want to repent, I didn't mean to do it, or it was wrong, I know it was wrong. A transgression means you willfully sin. You knew what was wrong. You knew you was not supposed to do this, but you continue to do it anyway. So you purposely crossed the bounds. So this is a transgression. Now, that also brings in the word lawlessness, because that means that you have no respect for the law. So with these two words put together, when this happens, now you have a situation where you are believing in something that's not law, but you're going farther because you feel that there's a personal gain with it. So when you feel there's a personal gain with it, there's something on the inside making you feel that you're gaining something out of it. That's that iniquity, because on the inside of me, I know that it's something better. So I have to go out here and do this. Vis-a-vis, let's talk about Eve. She comes to the garden, she sees a snake, and the snake starts talking to her. Though she's speaking to the snake and the snake tells her about the fruit, she speaks word and says, we're not supposed to eat of this tree. And then he said, no, you're not going to be this way, but you're going to be like God. So now she brings up the whole three parts of the sin, was the lust of the flesh, the pride of the eyes, and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life. Everything I see, I want. So now my pride kicks in because I want to do it, though I know it's wrong, but I still want to do it because I feel that it's a better result on the other side. I'm talking to somebody right now. I feel that if I go here and do this and get in this situation now, that is something great that's going to come out of it. But what actually has happened is you transgress. Now you have to face the penalty of your transgression. So if I'm running up to a light and the light turns red, the law tells me not to go because the light is red. That's my law, right? If I go through the red light, I've just transgressed. Now the penalty of it is me getting a ticket, or me actually getting arrested if I fly through this light and cause a wreck. So with a generational curse, now this happens to someone else back then that don't deal with it. And when they don't deal with it and it actually falls into your lap and you don't deal with it, it falls into somebody else's lap, that causes a bitter root, because even though it's going to other people's laps, it's still growing on the inside of you because you've been assigned to a demon that's constantly reminding you about this thing and reminding you about this thing and reminding you about this thing, and it's growing up in you. So just like that light that was there that you weren't supposed to pass, now there's some people that you're taking stuff out of that you're not supposed to take it out on, because it's not them, it's that root that's built up on the inside of you. But you have yet to go back and find out where that root came from, yet to go back and apologize to that person, yet to go back and even apologize to yourself and forgive yourself so you can go forward in life. But you're stuck in this situation because this is what's growing up on the inside.